All right, let's jump right in. When you look at Bangladesh's digital growth on paper, the story seems incredible, right? A total success. But what if I told you that's not the real story? That the thing that's going to define the winners and losers over the next decade is actually a huge, silent crisis that most marketers are completely ignoring. Okay, so you see these numbers from the Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics. 54% internet penetration, 73% smartphone adoption. I mean, these are the stats we all love to show off in meetings. They paint this perfect picture of a super connected, booming digital nation. But honestly, this is the deceptive part of the story. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Because, while we're all high-fiving over these connectivity numbers, we're totally ignoring this massive, silent crisis that's just brewing under the surface. The real problem isn't about getting people online anymore. It's about what happens to them once they get there. And it all boils down to one simple word: trust. And that leads us right into our first major threat, what I'm calling the connectivity paradox. It's this really weird situation we're in where we have more users than ever before, but somehow less trust. This paradox, this is the single biggest challenge that every single brand in Bangladesh is facing today. And get a load of this. That number, 55%, that's the insane percentage of the population that's basically offline when it comes to any meaningful economic activity. Yeah, they've got the phone, they've got the internet package, but they just don't trust the digital world enough to really dive in. We call this the data trust deficit, and it's making all our clever marketing campaigns way less effective than they should be.
So, if that trust deficit is the problem we can see, let's talk about the one we can't. The invisible one, the one that could literally wipe out businesses. It's this existential threat that our current marketing plans don't even have a category for. We're talking about Q-Day.
So, what on earth is Q-Day? Well, imagine a single day when a quantum computer becomes so powerful it can shatter every form of encryption that protects our digital lives. Your bank details, your company's customer data, all of it, just gone, obsolete. And don't for a second think this is some far-off Silicon Valley fantasy. Researchers at North-South University are working on quantum computing right here, right now, in Bangladesh. This slide really just lays it all out, doesn't it? The disconnect is dangerous. On one side, you've got what marketers are totally obsessed with today: likes, reach, fighting over the color of a banner ad. And on the other side, the actual risk. The very real possibility that every single piece of customer data held by giants like Bkash or Grameenphone could be exposed. We're literally building castles on sand. So, how do we even begin to survive this? Well, it's going to take a massive shift in how we think. We're not talking about a simple software upgrade here. We're talking about a quantum leap in what marketing even is. We've got to move from just predicting what happened in the past to actively simulating the future. To get how this works, let's get into the science just a little bit. Classical computing, the stuff in your phone and laptop, it's binary. A customer is either buying or they're not. It's a 1 or a 0. Simple. But a quantum qubit, now that's a different beast. It can be a 1 and a 0 at the exact same time. What does that mean for us? It means your customer exists in this state of pure potential. They are both buying and not buying, right up until the moment your marketing interacts with them. And here's the real payoff. The AI we use today looks at old data to guess what you might do next, and it's right maybe 60–70% of the time. Not bad. But quantum AI, it's on another level. It simulates millions of possible features in a fraction of a second to find the one perfect incentive, the exact offer at the exact time to get someone to buy. We're talking over 95% accuracy. It's a total game changer. Okay, I know this sounds huge and maybe a little bit sci-fi, so how do we actually make it practical? Let's switch gears from the problem to the solution. Here's a clear 3-phase plan. Think of it as your survival stack to get your entire organization ready for this quantum future. So this stack, it has 3 critical layers. First, you've got the bedrock, which is all about unifying your data. Then you have the brain, which is building bilingual intelligence that actually gets the local culture. And finally, you have the shield, which is creating quantum-ready security. Let's break down each one. Phase 1 is all about one thing: destroying your data silos. The only metric that matters here is your single customer view accuracy. Ask yourself this: can your team see a customer's angry service complaint and their recent purchase history in the exact same moment? If the answer is no, you are already falling behind. This is the foundation for everything else. All right, next up is the brain. Your key metric here is sentiment accuracy. You have got to stop relying on generic AI models built for English. Can your AI understand Banglish? Can it actually pick up on sarcasm in a Bangla comment on a Facebook post? You have to invest in custom models that speak the language of your actual customers. And finally, the shield. The metric to obsess over here is a digital trust score. Please do not wait until 2029 to start auditing your encryption. Criminals are already using what's called harvest now, decrypt later attacks. They're stealing your encrypted data today, knowing they can just wait for a quantum computer to crack it open tomorrow. The time to fix this was yesterday.
And if you want to see this stuff in action, just look at MasterCard. They're already partnering up with quantum computing firms like D-Wave. They're not just blasting out the same old coupons to everybody. No, they're using quantum tech to calculate the perfect, unique offer for millions of different people all at the same time. The result is a level of hyper-personalization that honestly feels like magic.
And hey, it's starting to happen closer to home too. Grameenphone is making some of the first big moves. Their whole strategic pivot from just being a mobile operator to becoming a telco tech company, that shows they get it. They're using AI-driven systems to predict the needs of over 85 million subscribers. It's a clear first step towards true quantum marketing. So what can you actually do about all of this when you walk into the office on Monday morning? This last section is your action plan. We're talking concrete takeaways for you and for your company, but it also comes with a really important reality check. For all the leaders and CXOs watching, start by budgeting for failure. Seriously, carve out 10% of your marketing budget for moonshot tech and understand that it's R&D, not wasted money. Go hire an algorithmic ethicist to make sure you don't cross the line into manipulation, and start optimizing your content, not for people, but for the AI assistants that are going to be making buying decisions for them. Now, for every single professional out there, you don't need to learn how to code a quantum computer, but you absolutely must learn the logic of probability. You need to master prompt strategy, because telling an AI what to do effectively is going to be a massively valuable skill. And finally, you have to get really, really comfortable with data privacy laws. Trust me, it's the new premium product. But here's the big reality check. Technology is not the entire answer. Not even close. In a culture like Bangladesh, which is so incredibly relationship-driven, trying to replace every human interaction with a super smart AI could be an absolute disaster. Over-automation is a huge, huge risk. And this is probably the most important point of this entire explainer. By the time we get to 2030, the ultimate luxury, the one thing that will truly make a brand stand out, it's not going to be its fancy quantum AI. It's going to be genuine, unscripted, human empathy. The brands that win will be the ones that use all this incredible tech to make their people better, not to replace them. So, I'm just going to leave you with this one question to take back to your team. Look at the technology you're bringing in right now. Is it a tool that's empowering your people to build deeper, more meaningful relationships? Or is it slowly, quietly replacing them? The answer to that question is going to determine your future.